Hello you guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. So, I just wanted to I'm not even going to tell that lie, I know that this video is going to be long. So, if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome, Swadika Molweni. My name is Christabel, and I am the original Power Ranger Princess. I like to make videos about my life, spirituality, and just how I've navigated life as a transgender woman. So, in my last video, I talked about, hold on, I wanna get close to you. Yeah, there we go. Isn't that better? Don't you feel closer to me? So, in my last video, I was talking about dating and an almost hookup that I had that I thought was quite funny. But I wanted to talk about another hookup story. Now, in no way am I trying to disparage anyone by my words. These are only my thoughts, these are only my opinions, and I speak only from the context of my experience, and I do not speak for the entirety of the transgender community. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I don't know, I wouldn't call myself frigid, but I think if I'm gonna hook up with someone, I'm the type of person, when I share my body with someone, I want to do it in a way that is healthy and compassionate and empathic to both partners. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's very easy for me to get attached with anybody that I'm with. And I understand, when we talk about hookups or meeting people, you're not meeting someone so that you can marry them or be their best friend. It's just so it can be a wham bam, thank you ma'am. So I get that. So I think because I am so sensitive and I tend to get attached quite easily, I tend to not hook up with too many people. But I've been on a couple of dating apps. So in Thailand, one of the most popular dating apps is called Thai Friendly. There's obviously Tinder, Bumble, and there is good old Grindr. So I'd been on Grindr before. Now obviously Grindr is an app that is traditionally for gay men, but it's become a lot more inclusive. There are tons of transgender girls on Grindr, especially here in Thailand. And I've even come across a cisgender girl who was into trans girls. So Grindr really is a space where there are different kinds of people. So I got on Grindr, and most of the people you meet on Grindr are, I don't know, a lot of people on Grindr just are on there to have immediate sex, immediate gratification with the closest person. So most of the messages you get there are very straight to the point. So even though I'm on Grindr, I've only ever hooked up with one person. And there was a reason I hooked up with this one person. So we're gonna call him, I'm not gonna use his real name. We're gonna call him Andrew. So Andrew's from Germany, and I get onto my Grinder. I see this message on there, and immediately he's all like, "Hey, how are you doing? I went through your pictures, this, that, and the other." He started off with like this really long, genuine first message. And on Grindr, all you get are dirty dick pics, unwashed pictures of people's anuses, people showing pictures of themselves, but there's no face. You get everything but a person that greets you and talks to you. So I think for me, anybody who actually puts in the time to, I don't know, just to say hello and actually try to talk to me and not reduce me to a fetish, yeah, like I appreciate that. So we get to talking, and I check out his pictures, and I'm like, holy fuck, this dude is hot. Now, a lot of people in the city that I live are very transient. It's not like people really stay here. So he let me know off the bat that he was only going to be here for about a week. So I knew in my mind, okay, look, he's going to leave pretty soon. So yeah, let me just check up with him because he seems nice enough. We're getting along really well on Grindr, and truth be told, I wanted to. Now, this is gonna sound like obviously very explicit, and I don't mean for it to sound that way, but I wanted to punish him. Like I had so much like built up like sexual frustration just within me, and because I don't just go around with anybody, it's always nice to sort of build up that energy and center it on one victim. And you know, he was that person for me, so I was really excited. We met up like we met up at this like weed cafe that I always hang around, and it was really cool because although he didn't smoke weed himself, he was so outgoing and so talkative, and instantaneously when I meet people, they'll start talking about sex, and for whatever reason, that's a turn off. And the best way I can explain it is any predator chasing prey enjoys the chase, enjoys the dance of it all. When you just come up with naked pictures and you're drooling all over me, it just like I don't know, I'd rather not deal with that. So he was perfect. So Andrew was absolutely amazing. He was the perfect gentleman. I mean, he knew it was coming. He definitely knew it was coming, and it's so funny because when we were talking, he asked me if I'd ever like measured myself, like if I measured how, you know, big my penis is, Penelope as I like to call her. And this is something I like to stress to a lot of guys that are trans attracted, that it's mostly men that are interested in the size of their penises. Trans women have a different experience. Our experience is first hating our penises and then coming to terms with it, and then learning to love and celebrate our penises. But it comes in different stages, you know. If you are one of the girls that does not have dysphoria down there. And for me, like I've talked about this, I love having love having Penelope down there. I love having a dick. Like, it's a different kind of orgasm that you get to enjoy that a lot of people don't get to experience. And because I'm a top, obviously I enjoy having a dick. So yeah, Andrew knew it was coming, and I was super excited. We went over to his place. Now, part of the reason that I do not like hookups is because, look, I like long-term relationships. Because with long-term relationships, the sex just always becomes better. And with a long-term relationship, you're on prep, you know the other person's on prep, you've both been tested, there is an element of trust and loyalty between the two of you, so you get to really experience sex without using condoms. So, like in my last relationships, me and my partners, we had always gotten tested first, so there was no need for us to use condoms because, yeah. And it's funny because I've hooked up with other guys, and whenever they've come to my city or whatever, I'm always like, okay, you're gonna be here for how long? When you land, can you please meet at the clinic so we can both get tested so that we know whatever happens afterwards, we can just enjoy ourselves without, the burden of fear. Now, I had sex in Thailand with another German guy, and I topped him. Oh my God, that was amazing. And as awesome as it was, the only problem is he didn't have a lot of experience, so I couldn't really, he didn't last as long as what I would have enjoyed. I enjoy longer periods of sex, like an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, let's do it. And for him, because I was the first person to actually penetrate him, he needed a lot of breaks, and I really could not enjoy him as much as I would have liked to. But with Andrew, it was different because he had experience with trans women, so he had been topped tons of times. And he was also bisexual, so that a train has ran through that boy multiple times. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have fun with this boy. We're going to get wet and wild, and I'm just going to have a good night. So we get to his place, and he pulls out the condoms. Now, these were condoms that were manufactured in Asia. And, obviously I'm excited. I'm a little bit high. Nah, girl, I was stoned. I was super stoned. And all giggly, and the music was amazing. And my God, Andrew was so cute. He was just so adorable. He was I don't know, he was just adorable, and he was gonna be mine for that night. So I ripped the condom open, and I remember kind of thinking that, it's gonna stretch. That was my first thought, that it's gonna stretch. I'm not someone who measures myself, who's obsessed with my size or whatever, but I could see that the condom was, it wasn't the size that I would have liked. So, I still soldier on, because, Andrew is lying there just waiting for me. Hold on. put it on. Girl, it was small. Like, that condom was, like, I couldn't, it was not designed for, I think condoms in Southeast Asia are designed with a lot of Asian men in mind and a lot of Asian lady boys in mind. And one of the most beautiful things about Southeast Asia is how, like, petite and small a lot of the trans women are here. Not every trans girl down here obviously is small, but I was just really taken aback at how tiny the condoms were. Obviously, me and Andrew still had sex. I mean, I was never gonna let something as small as that literally prevent me from getting in there. My fear was that it was gonna rip, girl. Like I'm from Africa. We like to get rough and ready. Like I was like in my element. Can you imagine? I have like this German boy that I'm about to punish right now. I'm hard as a rock and he is bent over, ready. I'm trying to go in, and obviously, like, we're doing it, and like he's just he's making the sounds, girl. But I had to make sure that he was okay, because unfortunately he kept hitting his head. And as he kept hitting his head, I kept thinking to myself, like, I really hope this condom doesn't not rip. And I'd go in, and as I'd come out, I was kind of like, is it still on me? And it literally, I would have to like readjust continually. I don't like interruptions during my lovemaking process. It annoys me. It annoys me to no end. I've had boyfriends who have had to take breaks in between sex, and I understand that. Cool, whatever. Let the interruptions be because of that, not because the condom is too damn small. And I literally asked him, I like, as a joke, like, did you like get an extra small? Like, what's going on? And he laughed and he was like, yeah, condoms down here are super small. So, yeah, we had sex, but I kept having to readjust. We had to keep putting on different condoms just to make sure that everything runs smoothly. I mean, he had a great old time with all the breaks he was getting in between. And he was able to get there and reach there multiple times. I just had to, like, the thing is with my type of orgasms, it's not just me climaxing and shooting, it's the whole experience of how my body just shakes and moves, and like, the feeling that lingers, you know what I mean? And sometimes, like, I will like climax, but then I'll like, it'll continue on. Like, I've had guys where I kind of call it my pre-cum, but as I'm doing it gives off the impression that I'm actually finishing, and I'm nowhere near finishing. Those are just the sounds of the jungle. Like, I'm not done. And you know what I mean? Like, I'll be there and almost done, and a few minutes later, then I will finish. And then I'll have the lingering feeling. It's a beautiful just end to it all, you know? And that's how I like to make love. That is how I like to make love. Now, I was unable to do this, not because my partner was ill-equipped to handle me, but rather because the condoms were small. So if you're gonna come to Thailand, bring your own condoms or order online. I have begun to order myself some condoms online. I know that as trans women, we don't like to measure our our members, our penises, our Penelopes, whatever you like to call it, our little she-nits. We don't like to measure it down there, but if you are going to have sexual encounters with people, you need to know how big you are, the sizes of the condoms. The size of the condom is so important. It's like a bra that fits really well. If your bra is too small and it's constricting, you can't breathe, you can't enjoy yourself. I mean, I had to end off, like, I just had to finish myself off. And that was such a bummer, like, and not the kind of bummer that I was personally looking for. Yeah. I'm traumatized. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to my video. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I am drinking some, what do you call this? Full moon. You take care, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Bye.